Welcome to Jiva Yoga Live. My name is Kella and we're going to be doing easy yoga stretches and exercises to smooth forehead wrinkles. If you're anything like me, you probably woke up one day and you realized that those wrinkles that used to disappear at the end of the day are still there. And is there anything that we can do to help get rid of those wrinkles, or at least to smooth them down a little bit? So I'm here today to walk you through a couple different exercises, stretches, and self-massage that we can do to help combat those wrinkles, those persistent wrinkles. So to begin, we're gonna sit up tall and we're gonna bring our hands to heart center. We're gonna inhale and exhale 3 times just to rid our body of some of the stress we might be carrying today. So inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, through the nose. Good. So bringing our right hand to our forehead, we're just going to focus on our forehead. How does your forehead feel? Do you feel like you're carrying a lot of stress here? Does it feel relaxed? Now for this first exercise, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes wide. And does your forehead move when you do that? Now I want you to close your eyes again, and this time I want you to try and open your eyes wide but without moving your forehead. Now this can be a little bit challenging, but we can give it a try together. So we're going to open our eyes wide and see if you can kind of use the extrinsic ocular, so around the eye muscles, to try to widen your eyes but without engaging this part of the forehead. It's possible. So this is actually an exercise in which you train your eyes and your expression to engage, but without this forehead muscle. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes again. And this time when we open, we're going to shift our eyes left and right. And we're going to use that movement to gently train the forehead to remain immobile. Okay, and for this last part, we're going to close our eyes and we're going to lift our eyes up to the ceiling and down to the floor. Up to the ceiling and down to the floor about 4 or 5 times. So this also strengthens the other muscles that we're using, because if we keep the forehead stable and we engage these eye muscles, then we're actually going to make the muscles surrounding the eyes stronger. The next exercise, we're going to do a little self-massage with some rosehip oil. This is my personal favorite as it contains natural vitamin C and vitamin A, which is a retinol with anti-aging properties. So I'm going to take about 3 drops and put them on the pads of my fingers. And rub my fingers together. And starting between the eyebrows, just above the eyebrows, we're going to slowly come down to the temple and smooth it here. And coming back to the temple, making a circular motion here. And coming back to the center and smoothing here. So just imagine sweeping the tension from the middle of the forehead to the sides of your scalp down to your temple. And repeating that as many times as you like. This is a really wonderful exercise to do when you're washing your face or when you're applying your lotions or serums. Okay, And so for this next exercise, we're gonna bring our fingers to the center of the forehead again, and we're gonna gently hold here with a little bit of pressure. We're not pulling on the skin, we're not being putting excessive pressure or anything, but we're gonna hold here, and then we're gonna gently lift our forehead 15 times, okay? So starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. And shaking our hands out here. So for the next one, we're gonna work on these little lines that can appear between the eyebrows. So with our fingers, our index finger and our middle finger, we're just gonna gently smooth here. And we're gonna, I'll show you again a little bit slower. So using the index and middle fingers, just smoothing out here. And taking a nice deep breath and inhalation through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more. Coming back to the middle and gently sweeping that open. Inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. And the next exercise, I actually learned when I was in South Korea from my host mother. So it consists of face tapping. So you can rub your hands together and get your blood flowing to those fingertips. And then begin gently tapping your face. You can tap your whole face. You can focus on your forehead. So what this does is this is physical stimulation of the skin surface that is gonna draw blood to the top of the skin. So when we get increased blood circulation on the face, it helps to sweep out impurities and oxidation and other aspects that can contribute to older looking skin. So doing these face taps is actually also a wonderful thing to do, you know, after you wash your face or when you're putting on your lotions or oils. So around the eyes, you want to just be especially careful just because that skin is so delicate. Okay, yeah, and up on your forehead, you can give it a little bit more pressure. Really tap the apples of your cheeks. Yeah, good. So do this as long as you feel comfortable. It's actually quite relaxing. So just do a couple more here. Take a nice inhalation through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. All right, so for the last exercise, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna lay down in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, and we're gonna use a warm compress over our forehead. So I'm just gonna remove my pillow, and then I'm gonna take my warm compress. You can use a little face towel if you have one, and put it in the warm water, and wring it out. And then you're just gonna lay it over your forehead as you get into Shavasana. And you can put it over your eyes too, just for a little bit more relaxation. And in this posture, we imagine that we're releasing all of the stress that's held in our body into the floor. Our palms are facing upwards. We're gonna inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And you can really hold this pose, stay in this pose for as long as it's comfortable. You could also use one of those eye pillows or something that you can heat up in the microwave. Those might keep heat longer, actually, now that I think about it. So I hope that you enjoyed today's series of exercises to help stimulate and smooth wrinkles in the forehead. Thank you for joining me today.